team coverage continues with Brett Buffington now. He's live in Biloxi, Mississippi, right in the area where Nate made landfall tonight. Brett, you've been there all night. How are conditions right now?
Ron, when it comes to hurricanes, we haven't seen what you would expect in front of a hurricane. The intense wind, the intense rain, that part isn't here yet, but we're also dealing with a very odd storm, if you will. We're talking about a wind field with this Cat 1 hurricane, as David just said, is only 35 miles wide. It's still about 15 miles offshore, so we're still expecting the worst of this storm to come tonight. Biloxi is essentially closed, if you will. Parts of it under a mandatory evacuation. The entire city is under a curfew. The casinos that Biloxi's known for, they're closed tonight. People who were going to those have had to find other places to stay. Again, the worst of Nate isn't here yet. But the good news tonight, we're not expecting the storm surge as intense as was originally forecasted. They were talking about here in Biloxi a storm surge that would have been 11 foot high. Those predictions down to around 5 feet. Still, that is enough to be life-threatening, enough for the water to come over Highway 90. Here in Biloxi along Highway 90, that is where that mandatory evacuation took place earlier this afternoon. People were told if you live there or along low-lying areas or in mobile homes, you needed to go somewhere else, find somewhere safe to stay. There has been a curfew in place here since 7 o'clock. That won't be lifted until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. And again, Nate isn't here yet. We're live in Biloxi, Mississippi tonight. Brett Buffington, KHOU 11 News.
All right. Thank you so much, Brett.